Hello, everybody. Welcome back. Thank you for watching. It is the American Doofus Show. Don't be a doofus. I'm your host, Barry Welsh, and please subscribe, like, share, and comment if you would on this video. And if you enjoy what we do on this channel and you'd like to help support the channel, you can do so through the Cash App at American Doofus, all one word, $ American Doofus. And if you'd like to contact me, you can do so through email at americandoofus@gmail.com. I'm going to be live tomorrow night at 10:30 with the Tuesday Open Forum. If you'd like to come on and you have questions or you want to comment directly to me, I'll be live tomorrow night at 10:30. That's on Tuesday. But right now, this episode, well, it's about Georgia. And it's about something you've heard about from Georgia, and it's about something you may not have heard about from Georgia. We begin with the situation with voter rights and the infringement of access of voting from the Georgia legislators onto the people of Georgia. Now, this will be challenged in court, more than likely, but in the meantime, here's how things sit right now.
So that's the backdrop under which Brian Kemp hastily and behind closed doors signed a law putting Georgia on an express train back to the Jim Crow era. While this was happening just outside those doors.
Yeah, you said you give her one more time, like you're going to do something. Are you serious?
No, you are not. Represent.
No, she's not under arrest.
For what? Under arrest for what?
African-American State Representative Park Cannon was arrested and charged with a felony after knocking on the governor's door during the signing. It's just almost poetic how much the history this week rhymes, isn't it? I mean, it doesn't get much clearer who this law is designed to benefit and who it's designed to hurt. A descendant of enslaved Americans carted away by white policemen for daring to try to witness the voting rights of Black and other non-white people being stripped away by a white governor whose previous claim to fame was purging tens of thousands of Black voters straight off the roll so that he could win.
Something to think about. Why do they not want Black people to vote? Why don't they want Black people's voices to be heard? Something to think about.
What Representative Cannon was demanding is nothing more than transparency. And transparency seems pretty important when it comes to what this new Georgia law actually does. To start, most egregiously, it makes it a crime in Georgia to give food and water to people waiting in line to vote.
A crime. It's criminal if you give somebody water or food while they are standing in line, sometimes for hours on end, to vote. Why?
It also allows unlimited challenges to a voter's registration, requires ID to cast.
Unlimited challenges. That means they just keep challenging and challenging and challenging till either you give up or they get what they want. Why? Why is this important if you don't live in Georgia? Because this is just the beginning. This is just the first state. This is just the first example of what is coming.
Mail-in ballots and bans third-party groups from sending absentee ballot application.
Banning third-party groups, that's crucial because we've talked about it numerous times on this show. They only want two parties, and both of those parties are so close together that oftentimes the people's will is subjugated by the will of the parties. In other words, it's more important to please your party than it is to care about the people you're elected to serve. People become self-servants, not public servants.
It also effectively allows the Republican-dominated legislature to take over local elections, stripping.
Take over local elections, one party.
The Secretary of State as chair of the state election board, allowing the Republican General Assembly to appoint 3 out of the 5 voting members to the board. Basically, Republicans now totally controls who gets elected in Georgia.
That's crucial. That's critical. And it's imperative that we're aware of it. Again, because it's not just going to be relegated to Georgia, not at all. It's going to be, Georgia is just the first example that we're going to see. And while it is beyond equality to limit people's voting rights, it should be easy to vote in America. We should want everybody to vote. We should want everybody's voices to be heard. And again, why don't they want you to vote? Why don't they want you to vote? Why don't they want your voice being heard? Why are they suppressing Black representatives that are currently in office? Now, while all of that is appalling, it's nothing compared to this next small segment. This is beyond troubling. This business owner in Georgia doesn't care about voting. He has a goal of killing all Black people. Now, this is allegedly, okay? There have been no charges brought at this time. And this audio was recorded without the knowledge of the person expressing his views.
Indeed, you know things are always sticky in Hollywood and in real life. And today we're honing in on a white Georgia business owner who's calling for the mass murder of all Black people, babies, and children by targeting hospitals, schools, and etc. So let's get right into this, Sarah. Now, shout out to everybody in the live chat. This is an exclusive. I had two special guests. I had the gentleman who actually secretly recorded this very alarming audio that we're going to be listening to in its entirety today. And I also have a community activist who has utilized every resource he could think of to just ring the alarm and let the higher ups know, the government officials know about exactly what's going on with a very powerful business owner down in Georgia. So I hope y'all are feeling it right. And hopefully you've had some time to tackle your own invisible problems, because this stuff here is so deep, it's so heavy that you do not have any business getting into it unless you've already checked in on yourself and your sanity for the day. All right. So I know I got a couple of
I want to reiterate that don't watch this if you're having emotional problems, or if you're just not steeled for it.
subscribers.
And I'm not going to play the entire video. To see the video in its entirety, go to the plainest Jane. Obviously, the plainest Jane. All one word, for the video and audio in its entirety. I'm just going to play a couple of excerpts because this is beyond troubling.
And I just want to say thank y'all. I do really appreciate you. And if you're not quite feeling all right, this stream just may not help you kick back and decompress, but we're going to kick it like we always do and get through all of this information. So be sure to check in on yourself, because we're clearly living in some crazy times. But before I proceed, y'all be sure to subscribe and thumbs up or down. Either way, I appreciate it. Before I get into breaking down today's topics and viral events. Now, for legal purposes, all things stated in this video are alleged and according to reports, and there is a full copyright disclaimer in full effect. Now, let's get right into
Ditto.
it. All right. Business owner Alan Weaver, okay, he's a landlord on and around Lafayette Court, and he's the owner of Alan Weaver Services, gutter, lawn, carpet cleaning, and upholstery services. So he has a lot of businesses, power, money, and ownership down in Georgia. So I've been in correspondence again with the gentleman who recorded and released this racist, terroristic, hate-filled rant. So I'm going to play a little bit of it for you right now. It's 13 minutes long. We'll listen to a couple minutes. We'll get into our special guests. We'll get into the facts, the findings, and even what Mr. Weaver has had to say, because he has had a lot to say about these recordings. So let's go ahead and get into it. The following video is broadcasted live, and thank you for being my studio audience. Thank you for hitting thumbs up and subscribing to my channel for more Black news, celebrity entertainment, and a splash of controversy.
As far as the brand Georgia, they'd be some law here, and it would be my law. Or either I'd die. And I'd probably wind up dying anyway, but I mean, my thing is, and because they did away with the guns, blacks were let go here. And you do away with blacks. It's like on Lafayette Court. You go down through there, and you go all these other different places, and you kill every one of them. Women, children, babies, you kill them all. Go to the hospital, kill them all. And like I said, but you do away with the problem. And then you got a town that the National Guard wants to come in, they'll wind up killing you, but at least you've done away with the problem.
Done away with the problem. Again, I'm not going to play any more of that video. It's the plainest Jane, and there's 13 minutes of this man talking that was secretly recorded, and it's hard to hear because it is a subverted recording, but it's hard to listen to. Basically, what he says, he owns some buildings around an area, and he said the thing to do would be to go down to those buildings and to kill everyone they saw, then to go into schools and hospitals and kill every black person until they were all dead, because that was the problem. And how is this man not charged, let alone in prison, when we know for a fact that there are others that have done less that are in federal jails waiting trial right now? And John Sablinski, Adam Turner, two examples that we've talked about on this show from Louisville that are being held in federal prison for social media posts. And this guy's recorded saying, and this is just there's 13 minutes of him talking about various things, from killing every black in the world as a solution, very Hitler-esque, wanting to remove, when Hitler wanted to remove all the Jewish people from the world. That was his final solution. And again, it's a dark time. It's a dark time. And this is not a lone example. While it is a singular example for us on this program, it is not a lone example of how some in the white community think, and it's incredibly dangerous. And it besmirches all of us as humans to hear things like that. But yet we have to realize people like that exist. And again, we have to try to marginalize them as best we can. And my way of doing that's bringing it to light. And I thank you for watching. It's the American Doofus Show. I'm your host, Barry Welsh. Please consider like, share, subscribe, comment. And if you'd like to support the show financially, you can do so with the Cash App $ American Doofus, DUFUS for Doofus, AMERICAN DUFUS. It's the same for emailing me, American Doofus, all one word, @gmail.com. I'll be live tomorrow night at 10:30, Tuesday at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. And I hope you'll join me too. Thank you once again. Again, American Doofus, don't be a doofus. I love you all. It's a dark world, but we're going to get through it. Until next time, I'm Barry Welsh.